All right, ladies, thank you for joining us. This is Stephanie Savage Moore, who's coming in from Pennsylvania to challenge the current UABC middleweight women's champion, Joanna the Real Deal Bonilla. Welcome, both of you. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us. I'm going to start this presser off with asking a question. This is to the both of you. I'll start with you, Savage. What does it mean to be back on a card of adaptive boxers that are trying to help build this sport? You started with a bout that was just four fighters, and then one that had five fights. Now this is a 7 fight card. There's 14 adaptive athletes. How does it feel to be a part of that?
It's monumental. I'm honored to be able to be a part of it. Anything to help grow the sport is a real honor to be part of.
Awesome. Real deal. Joanna, how about yourself?
I'm excited. I'm excited that we're on our fourth competition showcase to show the world what we're all about. I'm excited to have females on this card to show the world that we're just as capable as boxers as the males are. I'm a little sad we don't have as many girls, but I am super excited that Stephanie and I will be able to be the men showcase.
It's awesome. Okay. I'm going to follow that up with another question, and I'll stay with you, real deal. Why do you think adaptive boxing is important, not just as a sport, but as a movement for people with disabilities around the world?
I think it's another sport that they can engage to. I think we do have a lot of sports out there, but boxing is a sport that you really don't need a lot. You can do it in your own share. Not a lot of money goes into it, which I think is the beauty that boxing has overall, that anybody can do this sport as long as you got some gloves and a bag. You can start boxing and then you can create this community around friends or strangers that really literally walk into a gym and they become your family within a couple of days because you're sharing this love for the sport. I think it's important for the adaptive community because it opens doors, I think, for some people that haven't chosen a sport, for them to try something first and see if they can do it and take it to another level and be part of this pioneer that journey that we're doing.
Good answer. Savage, how about yourself? Why do you think adaptive boxing is important, not just as a sport, but as a movement for people with disabilities around the world?
I'm gonna sort of piggyback off what Real Deal was saying. It's the community, especially for me being completely new to it a couple of years ago, feeling like I didn't have an established community because everybody in my community was able-bodied except for me. I was able to come into boxing and it was a whole new world for me. And the ability to adapt it for all abilities was not something I ever considered. So it's been nothing but a great thing for me since I've started, and to get more people involved. And I think to be able to push to showcase it to more people, the more people, the better it's going to be. People need people, and especially when you are differently abled, there's a lot of lack there, and boxing has bridged that gap in a lot of different circumstances for people. So it's a great thing.
It's awesome. Great answers, both of you. Thank you for that. Now, you guys are unique in that, you competed on the second showcase card against each other as stablemates. And this is unique in that you're going to compete on this event in a rematch where you're not stablemates. Tell me about that. Tell me about your experience in your first fight and what we can expect in the second one, Savage.
So my experience in the first fight with Real Deal was it was incredible. I spent a lot of that year out of training because of illness and injury, and then to come back and be on a card and in the ring with her 2 months later it felt phenomenal. And with that taken into consideration, I held my own. She came with her skill, but I brought skill too. So it was an incredible experience to have.
Awesome. How about yourself, Joanna?
Um, it was a great match. I'm trying to remember, 2, 3 years ago now from that. I think it was a match where we were still learning, growing the sport. I think it has grown to a different level. I think not only as the event, but I think as boxers, although it was a good experience and I loved it, I think I have leveled myself up. I was grateful for that opportunity to keep getting practicing, sharpening my skills, my technique, practicing my ring IQ and all that jazz that goes into boxing, right? It's not just throwing punches, it's really going in there and knowing what you want to do. So I think I did what I needed to do. The showcase that I was with Stephanie 3 years ago, but I think it's a new real deal this time around.
Okay, okay. I want to stay on the topic of like this is unique in that the two of you were stablemates then. And Stephanie, you were 2 months removed from some medical issues, and you were stablemates, and there was not a title at stake. So everything's changed. Like you're healthy, real deal, you're healthy. You're a champion, real deal. Stephanie, there's a title at stake. Like this is a lot bigger. So I guess talk to me about the experience or how it's different from being stablemates and fighting each other to now getting a rematch and a possible title opportunity for you, Savage.
That's what makes it more exciting for me. I've been able to step away and live somewhere else and train somewhere else and develop my skills as a boxer since the last fight. I'm sure Real Deal's done the same, but being outside of the stable, I'm able to develop further my own game and refocus on what my game is and what I want to accomplish. So I'm a whole different boxer now than I was 3 years ago. So I've leveled up as well, and I am more excited now to showcase my skill and give it everything I got now to get that title.
Awesome. Awesome. Joanna, again, I was just stressing on the point of you guys were stablemates and no title was at stake. And now you're not stablemates and she's coming after your title. How does that make it different?
She can try. It's my title. My name's on it. It's going to stay on it. That's the way I feel. Um, Glad that you've been developing your skills and all that fun jazz, but I've been doing the same thing 10 times harder. I earned that belt. I'm going to keep that belt. It's going to stay with me. It's going to stay with my club. I'm excited. It's different because Stephanie's not my stablemate anymore. It's not that we didn't go hard in the first fight that we had, but now there's a belt involved, and yeah, we're going at it. We're going to go for it.
Okay. Stephanie, your response, she's saying that, you've leveled up, but she has as well. And that title's not going anywhere. Your response.
Left to be seen. Again, I've been training. I never stopped. I appreciate the fact that she has leveled up, but so have I. And again, I'm on the outside now, so it's a totally different attitude towards it. And, respect for what was, but I'm what's coming.
Okay. So I'll move on and I want to ask a question. If there's a message that you can directly say to your opponent before fight night, what would it be? Real deal.
There's the message. What would it be? You thought you knew.
Okay.
You thought
Savage.
you knew.
Savage.
I hope still all those same people that were there to support you 3 years ago are still there today to see me win.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to, again, you two are fighting the main event September 12th for the UABC Women's Adaptive Middleweight Championship. It's going to be an amazing card. There are 7 fights, 14 adaptive fighters, majority of folks coming from all over the states. We have some international fighters, but this is the only rematch on the card. And so before we get out of here, Savage, on September 12th, whose hand gets raised and how does it happen?
Me, my skill set, my new leveled up experiences that I've had, all the training that I've spent the last 3 years developing, the fact that this is an actual fight for a championship belt. It gives another attitude towards this fight. I'm no longer, going up against, just a fellow stablemate anymore. This is for everything. And it's everything that I've spent the last 3 years working towards.
Okay. Real deal. September 12th. Your hand getting raised? How does it happen?
You don't even have to ask. You know, my hand's gonna go up. You know, the crowd's gonna be cheering. But listen, overall, I think it's gonna be super excited on that day on the 12th. Females are going to be showcasing, we're the main event the way it should be every single time because we are it. We're bringing the sport. So I'm ready for that fire. Keep thinking your hand's going to come up, but it's going to be me. You're going to hear the crowd. We're going to hear the love. And let's make it happen on the 12th.
Awesome. So at this time, I'm going to have two fighters. You're going to face off for the first time. So Joanna, if you can turn, Stephanie, if you can turn. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Joanna, the real deal Bonilla, is putting her UABC Adaptive Middleweight Championship on the line against Stephanie Savage Moore, September 12th, 2026, on a full adaptive boxing card. These two ladies have fought once before as stablemates. This is the first time they're going to be fighting not as stablemates for a title. It's looking to be intense. The first one was intense. If you missed it, this one is going to be even more intense. We're looking forward to a great fight. Thank you, ladies. Great job. Perfect.